Hey, this is Notser, and this is the Tier 9 U.S. cruiser, Baltimore. It has 9 main guns, 12 secondary guns, 59 AA guns, a top speed of 32.8 knots, total hull 37,400. For my modules, reduce crit chance on main battery, increase main battery accuracy, reduce flood and fire chance, faster rudder shift. And for my commander, situation awareness, basic survivability, basic firing training, faster traverse, lower cooldown on damage control, and advanced firing training. We are on the map Land of Fire, and we're headed for sea. We spawned all the way in the southeast side of the map. I'm going to go for the closest point. Additionally, I was saying, wow, 4 enemy destroyers? This is going to be a turkey shoot. Just take them on one by one in the Tier 9 U.S. cruiser. Wait a minute. I'm already spotted by a ship, not an aircraft. It's not a game, okay? It was a ship, and I was behind a giant island. Where could this ship be? And we're looking. No, that cruiser is not it. Where is this guy? I am not visible right now, and I was visible for a brief moment before I was coming around the island. I'm spotted again. I haven't fired. This ship is really throwing me off. I wanted to be really aggressive. I thought I was going to go into sea and capture it, but I assumed they were going for C. They must have, but obviously I'm not spotted. Someone is going for B, most likely a destroyer. They got there really fast, and it's nearly captured. We do have someone on A. Hopefully we'll be able to capture A. The friendly cruiser is taking fire from the enemy cruiser. Enemy torpedoes. Alright, here are torpedoes. Wait a minute. Look at the mini-map. There's an enemy destroyer on the most eastern side of the map. It's an enemy Fubuki. He's trying to sneak past our defenses. He's right on the edge. Friendly destroyer is in contact with him, and there's a giant island in the way. Apparently he was getting assistance from an enemy Fubuki, so we're going to fire on the guy in the back. We do have a firing solution. We have HE loaded, and we should be good. We're able to take out his propulsion, and he's going to have to use his damage control if he doesn't want to deal with that. And most likely he has last stand, so it's not a huge deal for it to be knocked out. Enemy torpedoes are incoming. I don't know if they'll reach me, but I do want to try and help take out the Fubuki. The other Fubuki is hiding in the smoke. So this is the only target I can engage. And we get a great shot. We completely destroy a main battery, and we cause 2,500 points of damage. And we're trying to capture C while all this is going on. He's basically dead in the water. Are we going to be able to finish him off? Yes, we take out the enemy Fubuki, and we're going to capture C 1 or 2 seconds from now. Another enemy's there. I ping it out just to make sure everyone understands. And they are affirmative. Affirmative. We know what we must do. We must take out the Fubuki. And initially I was like, okay, I'm going to head back and help with the Fubuki. But there's 2 friendlies down there. They should be able to take this. Yeah, I think I'm going to head with my New Orleans buddy and try and take out this enemy cruiser that is near B. The west side is as isolated as the eastern side is. We've got half of our team over there, and they're engaging the enemy at long range. We do have A. And the 2 cap advantage is working in our favor. We've only lost 1 extra ship to theirs. And I still have HE loaded. I'm still going to fire. We do get a fire set on the Mogami. And he's going to put it out. I just know he's going to put it out. Yep, he puts it out. He is going to be immune maybe to that New Orleans, but he's not going to be immune to my rounds if they make contact. And we've evened it up. They've killed off the other enemy Fubuki, and the 4 ships on this side can now fully assault the enemy at B, maybe take out a couple ships. Our team in the west is very healthy as far as ship numbers. They should have an advantage. And we're landing okay damage. The Mogami is a little bit angled. This would be perfect for AP. So we're going to unload HE. And of course he's turning away slightly. Yeah, real harsh now. We don't want to switch to AP at this point. It's not ideal. That's really what you fight all the time. When should I switch? When should I not? I want to have the ideal ammo type. And he's coming back hard to avoid the friendly fire. And he's so low that I just want to get damage on the target. He's burning. He should die within the next salvo. I don't believe I'll get the kill, but someone on my team, the friendly Baltimore, the friendly New Orleans, yes, they take him out. We should move to capture B. We should deny the enemy. They are trying to deny us A. Most of the enemy appears to be having the exact same strategy as my team. Stay in the back and fire on the enemy. And that's all well and good, but it really feels like they're having a completely different battle from this side of the map. There's only 2 enemy destroyers up, and they're both on the west. You can see them on the minimap. There's no threat of an invisible capture on C. Everyone on the eastern side should move over to the west side and engage enemy targets that show up. My first target that's available is this enemy North Carolina. The friendly New Orleans hesitates, though. He doesn't continue towards B. The enemy North Carolina is not looking at me. He's looking south, probably trying to engage that friendly cruiser that is at the G4 line. So we fire on his position. We get a lucky strike on his ship, but the fire never is visible, so that is a sign that he is immune to it. He has used damage control, and we should try and follow up. Nope, we're not able to get the fire that we want, but the Amagi is certainly aware of our position, and I'm trying to get into B. Perhaps the combined might of my ship and the New Orleans can capture B. I don't believe I can capture with a North Carolina or an Amagi able to fire on my position. But we need to stop them at least. We need to at least sit in the cap. That tick rate is going to add up. I'm hoping that my team has an advantage, but I don't really have an idea of the health pool of all the ships on the western side of the map. Okay, they're pretty healthy. They're very healthy. This is an even fight. As long as they focus fire a target, they should be able to take an advantage in some manner. We are having huge success capturing B. There is nobody firing. The New Orleans is the only one who is taking fire, and he's behind a rock, so they're not having any success. Enemy destroyer is coming into range. I would love to fire on this guy. Anytime you're in a cruiser and you have an opportunity to engage a destroyer, go at them hard. Don't have any mercy for those little ships. We didn't leave the destroyer quite as much as we should have. He's very fast. You need to keep that in mind whenever you're firing on these Soviet destroyers. But we've got our guns ready to go, and we pull the trigger again. We lead it even more, and I don't want to go any farther to the west. I just want to engage 1, maybe 2 ships on my own terms and pick them apart. You don't ever want to be out in the open with at least 4 ships being able to fire on your position, and at this point in the game I felt very comfortable with our position. We have the advantage. The enemy has to make a play in order to succeed. And that Amagi just made a huge play. 14,000 points of damage on my ship. We have heal, and we're going to use it immediately. We're going to engage the Amagi, hope for fires. And after taking a huge hit like that, I'm trying to retreat, maybe get behind an island. He is spotted. I can use that to my advantage, and hopefully just wear down the ship. I don't want to throw away this advantage. Now, I can't say that for the rest of my team, but here comes another shot. So we're angling. There's an island there, Notser. You can't go too far, but I gotta get out of the way. Oh, we're able to avoid a lot of damage. Looks like AP landed on the superstructure, did no damage at the very end. You might have noticed that round. And we set him on fire. Now, I don't know if that is the only fire. We haven't taken that much damage, quite honestly. We have been very successful in our ability to angle. He did use damage control. We aim for the superstructure, and it looks like we're going to get 8 of the 9 rounds to contact the superstructure. 5k damage and a fire that has to burn the full duration. That's what I'm talking about. We try and follow it up again. An enemy destroyer is trying to capture B from us. They're stopping the cap, so we need to make plays. We need to get more kills. We're able to do 4k damage. We're taking fire from the enemy. As long as we're taking fire from the enemy, we have to retreat. Anytime you're taking the attention of multiple ships, you need to preserve your ship. Hopefully, in a near equal scenario, my teammates are picking on one of their ships. The Amagi is continuing to drop in health. He's down to 25,000, and the fire puts itself out. 45 seconds have gone by, and we're trying to follow up again with another superstructure hit with HE. It really does pay off. He turns a little bit towards me, and the rounds go long. That's the risk that you run when you're looking for this kind of damage, and here it comes. All guns fire on the enemy. Angle, angle, angle. We have really good angling. We take a 4,000 point damage. Here comes the back. Actually the front for the Amagi. We take nothing from the front guns. We're pretty healthy. Heal is about to come up. There's an enemy cruiser that's barely alive north of B. We could easily take that guy out. I'm just taking too much attention. I can't risk the ship's health. The death of the ship will almost certainly give this game to the enemy. That's the way this game was playing out. Every single ship was worth so much to the team's effort. And to spoil that for my team, I would feel awful. So at this point, I'm just conservative mode the entire time. We have a chance. We just can't blow it, right? We don't have a chance if we die. An enemy destroyer shows back up. The Kiev. And we're going to fire on his position. He's very fast. You need to lead this target more than any other destroyer. And we're able to do moderate damage. It was okay. It was a long shot. And just the fact that we were able to get some damage should help our friendly Baltimore work out the rest of his health. I don't think I'm going to get an opportunity to fire on his position, though. And I'm really just trying to race back, maybe to get a shot on the Atago. The enemy sends out torpedoes. They're not really going to be successful. Boom! We get a kill. Can the Baltimore get another kill? We'll be 2 ships up on the enemy, plus it's a destroyer. He is sight for his team, and he's very fast. Come on, Baltimore. He takes him out. Awesome. We need to try and work our way towards B. Maybe the friendly destroyer could get towards B. That North Carolina that's kind of in between A and B is 50% life. The friendly cruiser's going to sustain damage. He's still alive. Good, good. Enemy cruiser was firing. It's a Pensacola. Okay, he's pretty low too. We're almost in range. This is a stock Baltimore for me, so I don't have the range or the modules, the ideal setup. The Pensacola is very low from the friendly Baltimore. We are going to fire our HE, and the Baltimore finishes him off. All right, that's what I'm talking about. We can fire on this enemy Amagi. He only has sight on me with the aircraft spotting, and I see his guns are looking right at me, so I'm going to try and get as close to the island as I can to avoid being spotted. If he sees me, he's going to engage. He sees the friendly Baltimore, and he's going to turn his turrets and fire on him. Now that we know he's not looking at us, we can go 100% on this guy. If we can kill him and possibly head to B, and here come the guns. He can see us. He's going to fire on our position. I just know it. We got to kind of adjust our speed, make us unpredictable. I was going to consider running into the island if he decided to fire on me, but we're so close to the island that it can kind of shield us, at least in my mind. Didn't work out like that, but considering he unloaded all his guns and he only sustained 4,000 points of damage, I think we made out, and we barely avoid that island, by the way. We gotta get kills. I have no other option. I have to get this kill. I figured someone on my team would be in position to possibly capture B, take out the enemy North Carolina. Me and the Baltimore should be able to get this guy, and here comes another shot. Angle, angle, angle. Oh, he barely misses. He's taken out by a friendly, and we're headed straight for B. Nothing will stop us from getting to B. That enemy North Carolina is barely alive. Come on, friendly North Carolina. Take him out. Take him out. That would be 60 points in our favor. It would give us the advantage, and if we were able to capture, which we are, we get another kill. Okay. If we're able to capture this point, then we could sustain maybe 1 loss, maybe 2 losses, and still win. Come on, take out this North Carolina. He's too low. He should have been dead. There's at least 4 ships. There we go. We get the kill. That's 60 points. Yeah, the difference is actually more like 80 points. So now we're going to capture B. No one's in range, by the way. I can't engage anyone. I'm just trying to capture and move as fast as I can to get in range of something, right? There's a rune that is 26,000 hit points. Another enemy battleship. And I don't know where the enemy destroyer is. I would love to see that destroyer. That destroyer would die so fast to all of the fire at B, but I don't think he's going to get anywhere near us. At least we know he's not in the vicinity. We're not spotted. And the enemy is finally in range. We can finally fire on his position. He sends out torpedoes. This is going to be the death knell. Yeah, he takes out the North Carolina, but we still have an advantage. We can still win the game. Just stay alive at this point. We can put a little bit of pressure. There's a huge island in the way, which I really appreciated. I can be comfortable going after the rune. But we lose a friendly to the Iowa. What clutch play. They just took him out. They have an advantage. We gotta get this kill. I really felt like if I got this kill, the game would be locked up. I don't know. We might still win. This guy's so low. I'm not gonna let him run away, even though it's exactly what he wants to do. So we're just trying to cover as much ground as we can. We're about the same speed, I believe. He's right at the max range of the stock Baltimore. Again, just imagine if I was not stock. I really feel like a stock variant is so much weaker than a lot of these upgrades, but we still have a chance to win the game. Finally, we get a chance to fire on him as we clear the island. We have HE loaded. He's at an angle, moving away, so up and to the right. Just barely. Not too much. It looks like it could be good, but the dispersion just works against us. It goes everywhere. Only one lands on the target. We're 5 points down. Come on, tick up. Tick up. We're 1 point away. Are we going to get the tick before them? No, we don't. And the game ends 1,000 to 999. Ah, so sickening to know that any decision I made, one little change, could have possibly led to a victory. I'm not going to talk about the stats. You can see the stats. I'm going to talk about that game. I felt like I moved as fast as I could, and I played as cautious as I needed to be. That scenario with the North Carolina and the Amagi, I could not afford to go forward any more than that. Once the Amagi set me as the primary, I had to bail and sustain my life. It's just frustrating to review the game and not find, even after watching it multiple times, a window of opportunity that would have led to the success of that game. It's just, we spawned on the wrong side of the map as the east side. The west side was dictating the pace of the game all the way to the bitter end, and the east side really didn't have a lot of opportunities. The best play by the enemy were those 2 destroyers. They kept a lot of us out of action by dealing with them. And you know what? That's the way the game goes. I hope you enjoyed seeing it. It was not a high skill game, I would say. It's more tactical, more interesting to see the plays and the counter plays. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.